Miss G. How are y'all today? How are you? How are you? Let me fix myself. I've been running. Let me fix myself. Okay. Hope all is well. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hope all is well. I'm looking kind of crazy, but hope hope all is well. I don't know which camera look at, but anyway, this is Gloria Miss G 50 Shades of Glow here at you, and continuing my series. Let's talk about Africa. We've had a great time learning a lot. Learning a lot. I want to welcome whoever is coming on for the first time. Um, I want you to be part of my tribe. So make sure you like and subscribe and share this with folks. Hey, Kaden. Welcome, Kaden. Yeah, share with folks. We are going to explore the entire continent of Africa until Thanksgiving. Africa has 54 countries, as most of you know, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people think that Africa is a country because, the masses, the powers that be, always wants to uh, like diminish the hey there, my crew. This is my crew right here. My crew. Um, they want to diminish the greatness of Africa. So a lot of people think that Africa is a country. Uh, Kenya, one country in Africa, Texas can fit in 4 times. So, and it's 53 more countries. So Africa is totally massive, 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 massive. So we are going to talk about tonight um, the country of Eritrea. And this is going to be an interesting talk again. They trying to hide these African countries. They are really trying to hide these African countries. Now, Eritrea, do y'all want to know the fun fact? Okay, so who's on? Does anyone know a very um a very famous person? They're no longer here. That their roots are they are a tria, half a tria. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? We are talking about a tria. Put a tria in the chat. And a tria is spelled Eritrea. Does anyone know a person that we all know, or most of us know? I didn't know him until, unfortunately, when he passed, but he is a tria. His dad is from a tria. Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle is from Eritrea descent. His dad was from Eritrea. His mom is American. So that's like a little fun fact. So Eritrea, yes, Eritrea is in East Africa, and it's sitting like at the top of Ethiopia. So, when we talked about Djibouti the other day and how Djibouti is in that horn of Africa, so is Eritrea. And we talked about how, they have Eritrea on, I mean, not Eritrea, Djibouti on lockdown for their own purpose. So Eritrea, they're on lockdown, but in a different way. Eritrea is, even though they have their independence, their leader is it's a dictatorship still. Their leader, hey Miss Q, welcome. Their leader, his name is Isaiah Southworky, and he is um he is their leader, but he is has a, what do you call that when they it's a ruler, but it's he's a dictator. Eritrea is under dictatorship. um and they've been trying to fight to get him out, but he rules the country so bad that the country has been kind of nicknamed the North Korea Africa, because in that country it's crazy. Okay. Like, he doesn't let them do anything. um the country has no internet. The country has a lot of what do you call, when the power goes out, it's called a load shed, to preserve the electric or the energy. So, like, Nigeria has a lot of load sheds. A lot of countries have load sheds. Kenya doesn't have load sheds, I'm glad. But I know Nigeria has a lot of load sheds, and yeah, Nigeria and some other countries have load sheds, and that means that the electricity will go off for some hours or whatever, and to preserve. So, but they don't have any internet. So if you wanted to go over there as a tourist, you got to wait till you get over there. You cannot book a hotel online. And then the hotels, when you go over there, even though, like, they are in their money, it's a NAFTA. Their money, their traditional money is called NAFTA. So it may be 400 NAFTA. That's equal to like $30 of our money, but that hotel does look like a $30 hotel. Like, it's nasty. Like, yeah. So the country, unfortunately, is not tourist friendly because it's under dictatorship. They do have, of course, resources. Their big resource is pearls, uh, probably because they're on the coast, because they're sitting on top of Ethiopia, basically, and next to Djibouti. So Ethiopia is like this, right? I'm not making it right, but Ethiopia is like this. And then you remember when we talked about Djibouti, and it had that waterway across from, I believe it was Yemen. Yeah, Yemen or Asia. They had that waterway because it's in the Horn of Africa, and the military, yeah, the military has their maritime going through there. So if you go kind of north, that's where um, that country is. So it's about 3 million people in the country, and they have a couple of tribes. Um, the major tribe is the Afra tribe, but they have others. The country is really diverse. The people are beautiful, beautiful people. Oh my God! If people have seen like the Ethiopian Somalis, they look exactly like that. I mean, beautiful, beautiful people. You see how fine Nipsey Hussle, was, and they have that. They're beautiful, beautiful people, nice people, but they're just under a dictatorship. So they not feeling tourists. So they don't have tourist friendly hotels. Um, they've really done zero as far as development there. So it looks very dry, but uh, real, like, undeveloped. They don't have like a big city, anything like that. Um, it just looks like a dry neighborhood, dry town. The country was originally colonized by the Italians. So yesterday was Spain, Spain, Spanish. But oddly enough, Italian isn't like the main language, like the other countries when they were colonized by the French and by the Spanish. Um, they speak English and then they speak their native language and Arabic because they're uh, highly Muslim and all that good stuff. So, but they have many, many cultures that's wrapped up, but a beautiful people. But they really can't do anything. How they don't have internet, but North Korea don't have internet either. So they don't have any connection to the what's going on in the outside world. He controls basically their whole move. So, um, and to get a visa to go, it's not like you can't go, but when you go, it's basically the places to look is very like ruins and old and more history. If you're looking at history and archaeology type of stuff, that's what they have. The country, as I mentioned, did get their independence, but they were one of the last, like very last African countries to get their independence. They got their independence like not long ago, like 1993. And they were, between 61. So this was, I'm sorry to bounce all over, but the it was colonized by the Italians. Then the Italians rolled it over to the British. Then the British rolled it over to Ethiopia, and it was Ethiopian, rule, and they received their independence from Ethiopia, 1991, 1992, and was official 1993. But they're really not independent because they're still under dictatorship rule. Um, Let me see what else. So East Africa, right on top of Ethiopia, next to Djibouti, 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 yeah, Djibouti, Djibouti. Um, but they have that beautiful, Ethiopian, Somali, beautiful skin, just they're gorgeous people. Anybody have any questions so far? How is everyone? I got my crew. I have my crew. Everybody on here. This is my tribe, my crew. They be on here like every night. I'm loving it. And I hope y'all are learning something. Are y'all learning something? Put learn in the chat for me. Put learn, put woke or learn in the chat because we are talking about Africa and learning about Africa tonight. So, yeah. So, anybody have any questions so far? Yes. Thank you, Kaden. Yes. Yes. Um, Thank you. Thank you. I'm telling you, we woke. We woke. We woke. We woke. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, does anybody have any questions? Because again, I want to be conversational. Anyone want to jump uh on camera? Y'all want to talk or um you know have any conversations or anybody is anyone kind of shocked that this country is under dictator rule to the point of they don't have any outside connection, that no internet. They have a lot of load shed, so that's no electricity. They are a dictatorship. Um, Anyone kind of shocked about that with Tria? Because there's a lot of Eritrea people in the States. You would never know. I've never heard of that country until someone brought that up. I think I worked with a gentleman Yeah. Hey, Miss Courtney, welcome. My crew is here in the house. In the house. Yeah, I worked with this guy, very nice person, and he said that he was from Eritrea, and I was like, "Where is that?" And he said the same place Nipsey Hussle, and I didn't even know Nipsey Hussle was African. Okay, so but is anyone kind of blown away that that country does not have internet purposely? Because the rest of the world has internet, okay, um, but the dictator, the leader, refuses to give them any type of you know um, freedoms as far as that. To get a visa to get there, to stay in the country is ultra hard. Um, in my research, it was a young lady, and she said she went to the embassy in Ethiopia about 5 times and got denied. And I think she had a U.S. passport. So, they're not favoring, they're not favoring visitors like that. And then accommodations, I'm sorry to say, is real trash. Like it's like you're living in, like if you go to those like very old, ancient, almost ruined places. Um, that's how it looks. But again, they have tons of resources. They have gold, pearls, silver, diamonds, the same stuff. But of course, the people don't get any type of benefit from it at all. Um, the country is sitting on the coast, beautiful coast of the Red Sea. Okay, beautiful. The Red Sea is just beautiful. And their working language is um, it's called ta, tag, Tagrigena. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, um, but with it being, not underdeveloped, but limited developed compared to the other countries, it's a very clean country, very, very clean. And, the people are just chill. The people are nice. The people are chill. What else? It's also a coffee region. They're known for their coffee also. And the big city in Eritrea is Asmara. Asmara, Eritrea. That's the big city. But if you saw it, you're like, that's a city? Yeah, that's the city. So it looks pretty dry. So, as far as what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get like some handbags. I'm gonna get my handbags. And what is that? I think it's DL Hughley show. Who's the show, the radio show that they say the handbags and they rate the movie, and and the African guy says, I rate this five five handbags. I rate this five handbags. So anyway, as far as uh, travel, tourist travel, I rated one handbag, one handbag, one handbag. So y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me. So we're going through the E's. So tomorrow we'll be talking, and I think the day after that. So today is Tuesday. So I think Thursday is Ethiopia. Tomorrow, what is the name of that country? We're going to talk about, but it's another country I've never heard of. Has anyone heard of uh, Eritrea? Put a one in the chat if you heard of Eritrea before today, or if you knew that Nipsey Hussle was, his dad was born in Eritrea, so he's half Eritrean. Put a one in the chat. Yeah. And also, please do me a favor. like, subscribe, share it, hit the notification bell. I will be on here every night at 9 p.m. We'll run about 30 minutes. Today, since the country is so small. Oh, another fun fact, and I love to jump around. I apologize. Even though it's the youngest country, like to get its independence, it's the youngest. It's one of the oldest countries in it's one of the oldest countries in Africa, dating back 300,000 years to like 6 BC. They do have ruins. Well, they probably have education, but guess what? We grew up being educated, no internet. So they read books. Okay. They read books and they use manipulatives. They count with 1, 2, 3, 4. They play with blocks. I don't know, but they probably read. I know they're probably highly intelligent because they're not pushing buttons. So yeah, no, they old school. They're probably set back. If you went to that country, um, you would probably think, this was like the 50s or the 60s or the 40s or whatever. Everything very, what's the name of it? Uh, I'm forgetting. It's late in the evening. I'm tired. Not tired. My brain is starting to shut off. But because when I've gone to other places, even when I'm in Kenya, and they're pretty, you know, with it in a way, but I run into some really, really eye-opening situations where I'm like, y'all are at the bank having me fill out stuff and then leaving the papers on your desk with like check cards. That would never happen in the United States. Oh, I was like freaking out, and I haven't even been part of like the banking industry and all of the rules and um, you know rules and regulations, but they do everything by paper. When I would go and pay my water bill, I went into the office and they had stacks of like files, just like it was maybe 40 years ago, 50 years ago. So, and that was in Kenya. So, in other countries like Eritrea, it's probably very and antiquated. That's the word I was looking for. Antiquated. So, but the country actually is one of the oldest countries, and they have some ruins there. They have one ruin that's a church, and it's like pre-Christ, and it's like only like some columns left, but it's dated back to like 6 BC. So it has tons of history, and since it was colonized by the Italians, it's a lot of Italian architecture and influence that is very pretty. Um, yeah, that's very pretty. But just like the common, it's it's very simple, and nothing fancy, nothing sexy about it. So if anyone that jumps on, give me feedback. Anyone that's from Eritrea, give me some feedback in the chat. We would love to have you on to talk about Eritrea because it's a very interesting place. And I would love to. Hi there. Thank you so much. Tess, yes. So are you from Eritrea? I have someone in the chat on YouTube. Are you from Eritrea? Could you tell us a little bit about Eritrea? Are you from Eritrea? But yeah, so that's pretty much about it. So tomorrow, again, every night, we are going to talk about Africa. This is today's 10:15. This is our 15th day. 15th day talking. Oh, wow. So I have someone on the YouTube and they are from Eritrea. So tell me, are you still in Eritrea or are you in the States or another part of the country? And is it true? Because we have someone here. So, I like to fact check, not of what I heard, but what I knew. You're in Canada. Okay. When was the last time you were in Eritrea? And is it as restrictive as my research says it is? It like it has no internet. The leader, his name is Isaiah Southworky, dictatorship, all of that. Talk to us about that. We have someone on the chat. If you want to jump on YouTube, 50 Shades of Glow from Eritrea, but they are in Canada now. I want to thank you so much for jumping on. We appreciate you. But every night, 9 p.m., it is almost 9:30, and I don't like to keep y'all long. 9:30, we run about 30 minutes talking about Africa. Today's the 15th day. We talked about Eritrea. Tomorrow is another E country. And then I think the day after that, we're going to talk about Ethiopia. That's a country that a lot of people are familiar with. I reached out to someone that I had a relationship with okay. So this person, Miss or Mrs. Teller, has just confirmed what I said is true. Wow. 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 So thank you so much. So how do you feel about that? Hey there, Alam. Hi, how are you? I know it's a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country. And I don't understand why. I'm talking to both sides, y'all. I'm going. It is a beautiful country. It's just a shame that it's under dictatorship and they're not allowed there. It's hard for people to get in, and then the people that's there, they don't know what's going on because they're not connected to the world. The world is the internet, and they're not connected to that. So that's crazy. So tomorrow, thank y'all so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Please please subscribe on YouTube, 50 Shades of Glow. On Facebook, Gloria Person Glow, whatever you want to call me. But we are going through the 54 countries of Africa, of the continent. We should be finished about right the day before Thanksgiving. This is our 15th day. We're having a great time learning a lot of things. So check in tomorrow. It's at every night at 9 p.m. on YouTube, 50 Shades of Glow, or on Facebook, Gloria Person. Notifications will pop up. Please share this, subscribe, tell a friend. I thank you all so much. Hi, Miss Valerie. Thank you all so much for dropping in. I do appreciate y'all. I want y'all to have a wonderful evening and a fantastic tomorrow. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 9 p.m. Thank y'all. Take care. Bye.